There's a fine ship for you. HMS Victory, Nelson's flagship at the Battle of Trafalgar. One of the glories of the Royal Navy. I don't suppose Lord Nelson, in his wildest dreams, ever imagined that one day she would be the inspiration for a comic opera. Well, now, how did it happen? Well, one fine April day in the year 1878, Mr. William S. Gilbert, the famous dramatist, visited Portsmouth, Britain's great naval base. He took luncheon with a high-ranking naval officer, and together they visited the Victory. Gilbert started taking notes and making little sketches of the rigging and the quarterdeck and so on. Oh, he was, by the way, a very talented artist and used to illustrate his plays with cute little drawings of the characters and so forth. Well, now, why was he so interested in HMS Victory? Had he already the idea of writing a comic opera about the Royal Navy, or did it suddenly come to him that afternoon in Portsmouth, or what? Well, we don't know the answer, but we do know that he right away got in touch with his composer friend, Sir Arthur Sullivan, and so HMS Pinafore came into being. Pinafore is the most light-hearted of comic operas, but it caused quite a political storm when it was first performed. The character of Sir Joseph Porter, the First Lord of the Admiralty in the play, was rather too closely based on the real-life First Lord, Mr. W.H. Smith. Smith started his own career in his father's news agency in the Strand. He later entered Parliament. He never served at sea. Now, his appointment by Prime Minister Disraeli as the First Lord of the Admiralty was a purely political one. So when Gilbert wrote the words, stick close to your desks and never go to sea, and you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy, everybody knew to whom he was referring. Indeed, the wretched W.H. Smith became known as Pinafore Smith, not very dignified for an important politician. Pinafore didn't do it all well to start with. Just after it opened, there was a phenomenal heat wave, which was popular with the public, but not with actors or the management. The takings fell so low that Gilbert and Sullivan thought they had their first flop. But Sullivan, who had conducted the Promenade concerts at Covent Garden at the time, put a selection of HMS Pinafore into one of the programs. The audience just adored it. Box office takings of London's Opera Comique Theatre just hit the ceiling. HMS Pinafore had won her first victory in battle.